Good evening, and welcome to What's Your Story? Hunger in our communities and in this world is an everyday fact of life. It seems odd that in a nation so bountiful as America, that there are people who still go to bed hungry. For many, the freedom from hunger is unfortunately a dream. There are people who have dedicated themselves to bridging the gap between the haves and the have-nots. As we approach Thanksgiving, it is well that we remember the have-nots among us. My guest tonight is Susie Wirtz, the Executive Director of the Plainville Food Pantry. Susie has been here before around this time of the year. Welcome to the show, Susie.
Thank you for having me.
Susie, do we still have large numbers of people needing food in our respective communities?
Absolutely. We have a lot of people coming on the program. Most of them are disabled or Social Security, fixed income, working poor. Some of our people are now working, which is helping them a little more to make ends meet. Our goal is to help people become self-sufficient.
Is that the mission of the Plainville Food Pantry, Susie?
The mission is to be the outreach agency to help those in need in our community.
Now, when I went to the pantry a few days ago, I was amazed at the activity going on there.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot of activity going on there. And I don't think my viewing audience, and I don't mean to be condescending, but I don't think they may know all of the different types of programs that a food pantry has. So I listed some, and I'd like you to talk about them. Food assistance, what is that, Susie?
Food assistance is when the client will come in and shop for whatever they want. It's called client choice.
Come in and shop?
They can shop. It looks just like a grocery store. So it's called client choice. And they get to pick what they want, and they put it into the carriage, and then it's weighed in because we weigh our food in and out. And that's how we know that we gave out 104,000 pounds of food in 2017.
Wow,
yeah.
104,000.
Right, we got in food was 105 pounds.
Now, when
105,000 pounds, I'm sorry.
Okay, when I think of a food pantry, I don't think of clothing, but you do clothing too. Would you tell the audience what that's about?
The clothing is gently used clothing that people donate, and right now we're actually looking for gently used coats, adult and children, both male, female, and the clothing is really a nice feature because we are able to help our people in the summertime to get clothing or in the wintertime. We also work with some of the other agencies that have clients. They bring them in and they can get clothing. So it's really, really a nice part of the program.
So where do you store this your clothing when they come in?
It comes in and we sort it into the category it is, and then we put it into our receiving area, and that's where it stays until we flip-flop from Thanksgiving or the holiday. We'll flip-flop it so there's the winter to the summer.
I also know that your program offers crisis intervention and referral services. What exactly is that?
That is the first process that we do when they come in to fill out an application. The crisis intervention is we see where they are in their life at the time they come in with their crisis. So we have them do the application, and we'll see what the income and expenses. That's how we determine eligibility. And once they do that, then I know if they need to go for food stamps, energy assistance elsewhere, whatever there may be that I know about, I can send them there to get more help. So that's a really good program.
So how long have you had crisis intervention as part of your program?
Since I started in 1989, so 30 years ago.
Now, who are eligible? Which people are only Plainville residents?
Plainville residents for food and food and clothing, and we have energy assistance and
don't jump the gun, Susie. We're going to get to that one. Okay.
Hey. But no, when they come in and do the application, then I know exactly where I need to go with them.
And can you give us a ballpark now as to basically how many clients you have, or do you know off the top of your head?
Right now I have about 140 households, and that will grow from now to the end of the year. And every year we do a recertification.
Okay.
So if you're on our program and you don't want to come back because you might be doing better, so, and the ones that go off, we pick up more. So we're pretty much the same numbers normally.
Now, Susie, how many years have you been doing this?
30.
30 years.
I'm on my 30th year.
You're on your 30th year. God bless,
Thank
Susie.
you.
God
Thank you.
bless. Still, it must be hard for people to swallow their pride and come in and accept food and clothing. How is your staff trained to put people at ease? What do you do with that?
Well,
Susie?
our staff and our volunteers are very, very good with our clients. Our main thing is we treat them with dignity and respect, and we make sure that we have a shoulder for them and talk to them and treat them. They're not any different because of their crisis. Someone was saying to me the other day, and that really struck me, as the people that come in, they are a victim no matter what it could be. They're the victim. And that made sense to me. So we don't want to re-victimize them if we're not nice to them. So it's our plan to make sure that they know that we're there for a hand up for them.
We have predominantly young people, middle-aged, seniors in your program, Susie.
Right now, it's switched a little bit. We're still looking for more families. I mean, there's families in Plainville that are on free and reduced lunch, and they may be eligible for our program. And I'd like them to apply to the program and get the help that we can provide for them. I know you have my list of other things that we'll be talking about.
Yes, we will.
But no, it's really nice to see the people come in. What we're seeing more now was, in the past, wasn't the elderly, disabled, those on fixed income. Those are the families and individuals that are hurting now. The families that are out there with children, my connections out in the community, because I'm so busy in our business that I'm not out in the community as much as I used to be, which I'll be doing that more so to get those families on.
Now, when does emergency energy assistance kick in?
Emergency energy assistance would kick in usually like November 1st, but what we do is we have them go to HRA, which is in Bristol. I'm not sure what HRA stands for. Someone asked me and I meant to look it up. But they're kind of a big organization that does a lot of different things as well. So they would be our educational part of it and more help for our folks. You would go to them, make a phone call, or go there and apply to the program, which they have the energy program. Then they would come to us. But because HRA is so busy with so many different towns,
sure, yes,
that they really are hard to keep up with their demand. So a lot of times our folks will come from Plainville and we will assist them, and then they'll go to HRA and get that assistance. So it's a little bit backwards, but it works.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Holiday baskets. Talk to me about that and add whatever to the holiday thing you like.
Oh,
what are those?
I love the holiday time. I love from October till January because people are so giving, and I love to see our shelves full. I love to see the holiday baskets coming in, and the people bringing in turkeys and the oven roasted chickens. It just makes it a really festive holiday for our folks that are on our program. And we're gearing up as we speak to do the holiday baskets. Right now, I'm almost up to 100 households. However, from the end of this week until next week, we'll pick up more. So.
And what's in a holiday basket, if you don't?
Everything that makes that festive meal. It's going to be a chicken or a turkey, whatever they choose. It's the stuffing, the gravy, canned vegetables. We're giving them a cake mix and frosting, and we'll throw in some extra things just so they have a nice meal.
Secret Santa, you got that too.
Oh, that's my favorite too.
All right, tell us about Secret Santa.
It's hard for me to tell because I love all my programs. But
okay, all right.
Secret Santa just started running this week, and our kids filled out, and we also are now doing our seniors, which they love because
the seniors
because they may not have families. So for somebody to adopt them and get them a nightgown or whatever they ask for, I mean, it brings tears to the seniors' eyes because they're feeling that they're part of it. So we started that. We have people that can come in and adopt the children that are the senior to see what they wanted. They wrap it, they bring it back, that child or senior's name, and then we give it to them for Christmas. So that's a really fun program.
Now, how long does the Secret Santa program last? It starts when and ends when?
It's starting now this week, and the gifts have to be back shortly after Thanksgiving. So I'm going to say the first week of December. so we can plan to make sure everybody got what they wanted, or if we have to fill, like a brother might get a bike and the sister was adopted and might just have a few things, so we make sure we have that child readopted. Because people are being generous, so whatever they do, we appreciate.
So people give toys too? And
Toys, we do a toy night, and that is a night where the parent can come in and pick a toy for their child. We have a lot of toys for our little ones. It's the older ones that we have a hard time.
older ones being what age?
I would say 13, 14, 15.
Well, that's the...
Yeah, they want all the big toys. We don't do that. Some folks do, though. I mean, they will pool their money together, a company might, and they might buy what that child asks for. But we ask our families to ask for something within reason, because our donors are being nice enough to adopt them, that we want to make sure that everybody gets adopted.
So for 30 years, you have seen the generosity of people and the goodness in people in helping their fellow men. Is that fair to say?
That is absolutely right. And I have to tell you that it makes me feel good to see what people do, because the job that we do over there is very stressful. We are going from one crisis to the next. It's like a hot frying pan to the next. But you know, we really like the fact that the community helps us in our surrounding community, and without them, we would not do what we do. Between that and our volunteers, we're a staff of 2 full-time and 3 part-time. So, and we do a lot of work with that many people. So, like I say, the volunteers come in, they save us over $70,000 a year.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money that's not coming out of your budget.
Absolutely, because my budget, you know, I'm a very strict to my budget, and you know, it's getting harder. The pools of money is getting harder to come by. There's more people asking, so those pools of money are getting thinner and thinner. So what happens is we end up doing more fundraisers, which everybody will tell you there's a lot of fundraising going out there because everybody's doing the same thing. But again, I appreciate everybody that comes to our fundraiser or does a fundraiser for us.
Back to school programs, you have those too.
That's a great program. That one started in late, I think 97 we started that. And I started it because my nephew was going to kindergarten, and I said to my brother, let me take him shopping. I want to get him his lunchbox and all the little fixings for the first day of school. So I took him, and I spent over $100 on just necessities that they needed. And I'm thinking, wow, my folks at the food pantry probably can't afford that. So we wrote a grant, we got it, and we compiled, you know, what sizes and everything. And to this time of the year, we just did in August, they got a backpack, socks, underwear, all the supplies they needed, no matter what the school was asking them for. We got them a free haircut. We gave them a $75 gift card to Kohl's to buy a one first day of school outfit and a pair of sneakers or shoes, whatever they wanted. So those kids are excited, ready to go to school, and they're ready to learn, not sit at their desk looking at the child that has all these great things and they don't. So they're not thinking about what the teacher's saying. So it's a good program.
Community outreach.
Community outreach is a program that started in the late 60s from one of my volunteers, and he would on his lunch hour pick up the day-old bread and he would bring it to whoever he thought needed it. Well, what happened with that, it started to snowball and other stores heard about it. So now it's being brought to the food pantry. So I had volunteers that would pick bread up and take it to different agencies, and they're out in New Britain and they're Bristol, and we bring them to other soup kitchens and food pantries. So that lasted about, probably 2000, because then we got the building that we're in now, and we bought a van that was paid for by a grant. So now we pick up day-old bread every day, and it's run by volunteers, and it's funded by a grant. So that is really a good program, and that's our outreach. The other part of the outreach is where other agencies, like Wheeler Clinic is part of it, Friendship Center, all these different agencies, Department of Social Services, Department of Children and Family, they are bringing folks in to get the clothing that we have, because the generosity of clothing is amazing. And we could not just let Plainville take it because it comes from Southington and Farmington and Bristol and even as far as Manchester. I mean, we get an abundance of clothing. So by sharing that, it allows us to write grants on what we're actually doing. So
now you mentioned day-old bread. What do you have at the Plainville Food Pantry that permits you to preserve food? Can you preserve fruits? Are there refrigeration? Is there refrigeration?
Oh yes, we have two-door refrigerator, restaurant size, and then we have two freezers that are the same with the 2 doors, and we also have the chest freezer, which really right now has a lot of bread in it, which will be coming out because I'm going to be getting turkeys in. People, I'm going to say this week and next week, people will bring in turkeys in, and that is so welcome because we need them. And what we have left over, if there is a leftover, we can use them for Christmas, and that would save our budget as well.
Susie, real quick, give the phone number as to where people can bring things and the address, please.
Okay.
I don't think we have it scrolling on the screen, so just say it out loud.
Okay, we're at 54 South Canal Street in Plainville, Connecticut, and our phone number is 860-747-1919. And if you want to donate, we appreciate it. If you need us, we're there for you.
All right, and what are the hours of operation, Susie?
Monday we're there 1 to 6, and Tuesday through Friday is 9 to 3. And we ask folks not to drop things at our door because what happens is we end up throwing it out.
Okay.
Because it gets wet or you know whatever. It could get buggy if it's food that's left on the sidewalk. So please don't leave it at the doorstep. No, don't do that. Okay. But we appreciate the thought.
Okay. Women's, Infants, and Children.
That's Women, Infant, and Children is a federal program where moms that that had a baby and up to 5 years old, they can get good food, which is a card they get. They can get formula if it's a baby, milk, eggs, juice, peanut butter, beans, all protein, all good nutritious food for the child, cereals. That's a great program. It's a great program.
All right, Susie. We talked about you have the bread distribution. Now, as the holiday approaches, you need food items and you need non-food items, correct?
Non-food items, yes. That's as important as food. With your food stamps, you cannot buy anything you can't eat. So that means toilet paper, paper towels, soaps. So food stamps are only for items to be consumed? Correct. Okay. Yes, yes. All right. And so a lot of times we are buying all those non-edible things, the non-food. Which is that coming out of your budget? It is coming out of our budget. Okay, so now let's talk about some of those items, and you can stop me and say we have a lot of this or we don't. I see the old staple, peanut butter and jelly. We are always buying that. It's the favorite. That's the kids. Jars of pasta. What jars of pasta? Jars of pasta would be like the Prego or it's a jar pasta. We have a lot of the can sauce, but it's not. It's a sauce you would make the spaghetti sauce. Okay. So it's not doctored up to taste like a spaghetti sauce you buy in a jar. I got you. So it could be a ragu, it could be any of those. So mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, that's a big staple for kids. Mac and cheese. Oh yeah. They still love it. Canned stewed tomatoes, I guess that's what that is. Yeah, that, we have a lot of that. We have a lot of canned stewed tomatoes. All right, what about hamburger helper? Oh, that's a big deal. Yeah, so and that doesn't stay on the shelf very long. It does not stay on the shelf long, right? No. So what, does hamburger helper come in varieties? Oh, it comes in all different varieties. It could come with cheese. It's just, you just have the hamburger, which we do provide hamburger and chicken to our folks as they shop biweekly. What about canned fruit? Oh, we have probably, I'm going to say maybe 10 cans of fruit on our shelf right now. And you're going to need, obviously, much, much more than that. Yes. Juice boxes. That goes faster than anything. Why? And because we have we have kids on our program. Yes. So we want them to at least have 5 each. Oh, really? You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. All right. Children's cereal, oatmeal, canned hash,
What kind of children's cereal are you talking
We
about?
have a lot of Cheerios. We have a lot of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay.
And there are kids that do like that.
Okay.
And the older folks like that cereal.
Okay.
But I have some of my older folks taking the Fruit Loops and it's funny, but they love it. It's the Fruit Loops. It's all the cereal that is not, it's healthy. Plainville is, I'm part of that too, but the kids like to have that little sugar cereal in the morning.
Chunky style soups.
Those are big.
Those are
the big ones.
The big cans, or?
Yeah, they're bigger than the normal smaller can, but the Campbell's is smaller than the other.
What
size.
is a pasta pouch? What are those?
Pasta pouch it's rice or it could be noodles,
Okay.
and you can cook it up. It's very easy. Add water and butter.
Okay.
And it's a full meal. I mean, I cook 2 of those, and I feed a family of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boxed potatoes. What is that? The flakes?
That's the flakes.
Okay.
But there's other potatoes out now. They have such a variety of all that. But it's got potatoes and chives. It's all different kinds. Potato with cheddar. I mean, it's really a good product.
And you still need those items.
I don't think we have any in the food pantry right now.
Canned tuna.
That we're buying.
Okay.
Used to be we always had a ton of tuna. I don't know. But now we're buying tuna.
So you want people to bring tuna?
Tuna.
Canned tuna.
Yeah.
All right, people, get that canned tuna. Let's get that canned tuna over there. Canned chicken.
Yeah.
All right.
They like their chicken salad, and without mayonnaise, they can't have the chicken salad.
I see that here. Mayonnaise,
Yeah.
tea, and coffee, right?
Tea and coffee, yeah.
Okay.
We don't have any of those right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Non-food items. Laundry detergent.
Absolutely. I think I have 5 or 6 of them right now.
You're going to need some laundry detergent. Cleaning products, shampoo, dish soap, toothpaste, toilet paper.
Absolutely. We're buying toilet paper. We're buying the soaps, the shampoos. So we're buying all that. And those are the hardest things to keep on the shelf.
So what we really want to emphasize to the viewing audience is that if we don't have those items, that money comes out of your budget.
It does.
And that means there are fewer people who can get services.
And I'm really watching our budget, but I feel that, they need these things. So I'm watching my budget. I'm getting close to where I don't want to be on that budget.
Okay.
But, I feel strongly that they should have those things, because if you can't clean and you can't take care of yourself, you don't feel very good.
Paper towels, bath soap, deodorant, Kleenex, toothbrushes.
Yes, we have some toothpaste, but the rest were very low.
On toothbrushes and
Toothbrushes, yeah.
toothpaste. Any kind of toothpaste?
Any kind.
Any kind of,
yeah.
And any kind of toothbrushes. What about electric toothbrushes, if people had those?
We would take them, but those are kind of pricey.
Okay.
They're
all
very
right.
pricey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Regular toothbrush would be great.
Tampons, mini maxi pads, those are still needed?
Those are very much needed. The other thing that I found out, we need size 5 and 6. I think they come 5, 6 older children's diapers, because I have a lot of size 3, a lot of 2s, a lot of newborn. But I don't have the bigger size diapers. So we're going to be buying those if we don't get them in.
Oh my goodness. And you do use a lot of those?
Well, we have several clients that have babies, yes.
Yeah, okay. So you need some razor blades?
Razor blades, but they don't have to be the expensive ones.
Okay.
They can get the ones you get like a 10 in a pack or something, and we kind of separate them, but they don't have to be the ones you buy that are, I had just by my husband. They're expensive. And the razor blades are expensive.
What about Nazo's gift cards?
We love the Nazo's gift cards, because what I'm doing is when we have to buy something, I can go to Nazo's and buy it. And they're very good to us. They're very good to us, because they're actually doing a food drive November 16th through the 20th from 8 in the morning until like 7 at night, I believe it is. And they're going to fill the truck. They partner with us. We have a team of people that are going to be helping us. If anybody would like to help with that project, they can call me, and I can tell them what schedule we have. We're looking for people just to stand and hand the paper to somebody to show them what our needs are, just like the list you have. And we pack it up, and we put it in a truck, and then on Tuesday, we unload it and weigh it and see what we raised.
Now that's a wonderful segue. You're looking for people. So one more time, tell people the address and the phone number where they can deliver items. One more time.
Okay, 54 South Canal Street, Plainville, Connecticut, and it's 860-747-1919. I'm extension 11 if you want to just go directly into my voicemail if I'm not there. And we welcome anybody if they wanted to volunteer. Adults will take the volunteers in during the week, but this project with Fill the Truck is coming up pretty soon, so I'm looking for volunteers to maybe help out, just to be there as a presence.
And volunteers are certainly the lifeblood of the organization.
Absolutely. Without them and the community and the support, it does not work.
All right, Susie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for tonight's show. My thanks to my guest, Susie Wirtz. And we are very happy to say to people present tonight that your generosity changes things. When you reach in your pockets and reach into your heart, you change things. Everybody has a story. What's your story? Until next time, good night.